Oh, what a delicious breakfast, Julia. What I call a real campaign kickoff.
Campaign kickoff? Wait, is that what this meeting's all about? I mean, we're talking about the election?
Not that election.
If not, then why are we here?
Well, you're here because Lionel brought you.
Let me fill them in, Minx. As you know, Judge Shorter's seat on the bench is up for election. The Republicans have their candidate, and thanks to the omnipresent and ever-conniving Minx Lockridge, I have been approached.
You're gonna run?
Yes.
Well, I hate to catch myself agreeing with Minx, but I think it's great. I mean, it's high time we had a woman on the bench.
What? And you want us to back you?
Yes, absolutely. What with the Capwells and the Lockridges backing her, well, she's a shoo-in.
Well, there is one problem.
What?
That.
Warren Lockridge, your boss, the man who owns the paper. I can't believe no one knows where he is. Okay, look, I'm gonna call you later.
Jody?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm James. I was the clerk on duty last night. They said you needed to see me. What's up?
I'm actually looking for my husband. His car's parked out on the lot, but he's not registered here, so I'm a little worried. I thought maybe you might have seen him here last night.
Well, first, I don't know what your husband looks like. And if I did know your husband, well, I don't know you, so I wouldn't give out any information.
Well, I think we can take an exception in this case, James. I'm a police officer, and so is my husband. His name is Reese Walker. That's a picture of him.
Don't tell me that.
Good morning.
No, it's not at all.
Hangover?
Forget the hangover. Do you even know me?
Yes, I do. Your name is Reese, and I'm Andy, in case you forgot.
Andy. But I'm sure you're a wonderfully sweet girl, Andy. I just hope I didn't make you any promises. Oh, God, I don't believe this.
This is fine, great. All right. Chill out, hold on for us. No problem. Now, I'm going to show you the most beautiful city in the country, shown to you by the Prince of Romance.
Where do we start? Oh, it's beautiful.
I know. Come on.
I can't believe we're really here.
Well, that's what our little trip's all about, BJ, believing again. For both of us.
Let's take the scenic route to Minx's apartment, huh? What do I owe you? Keep the change.
Cable car?
Yeah.
All right.
Jump on the side and hang on. Excuse us. Oh, thank you, thank you. This is the way to see the city. You're gonna love this place. Give me your bag. I don't know when Minx got this apartment, but I think she got it for a reason. It's been in our family about 15 years. And it's our little home away from home.
Where did you get that gown? It looks like the real thing.
I guess Julia neglected to mention who her November opponent was going to be.
Well, I was just about to get to that.
All right. Why don't we snap a few in front of your flower garden?
Nature. The living, visible garment of God in the background and a darker garment of justice in front. Has a nice symbolic freshness to that. Yes, I like that. We'll do that. I hope I have all your votes in November.
That's our opponent?
Mason.
Your husband?
Well, I'm not that happy about it either. Which is why I need the Lockridges to support me. I can't very well count on the Capwells now, can I?
Oh, dear.
Mrs. Walker, I can't say for certain whether your husband is still here or not.
Well, you've got to. Look, there's been a family emergency, and it's involving our children. So if you've got something, give it to me.
I just spoke with one of the maids that was on duty last night, and I described your husband to her, and she thinks she saw him go into one of our rooms. But
what?
Well, it wasn't a room he'd rented.
Are you saying he went into a room belonging to someone else?
Yeah, room 456. I'll call right up there.
Don't you dare.
Look, Andy, I hope I didn't hurt you or anything.
What? Would you stop? If you would have hurt me, I would have shot you in your sleep with your own gun. Or I would have had you arrested for police brutality. But no, I won't do that because you didn't lay a hand on me. All you did was pass out. So no need for the apologies.
I don't think you understand. I've never done this before.
Neither have I. I have a boyfriend.
I have a wife.
So does my boyfriend. That's a whole nother story, though.
Oh, God. God, Jody.
Here, let me do that. You probably hate me.
No. Why would I hate you? God only knows what I would have done if I would have been alone last night. Why couldn't she just have trusted me with the truth?
I know where you're coming from. When somebody holds out on you because they don't think you can handle it, it just makes you feel empty inside.
Reese! Are you in there?
Jody.
Reese! Open this door now! Reese! Reese Walker, I know you're in there!
There's nobody in here by that name.
You have a woman in there with you?
Jody, just go away. I said I don't have anything to say to you.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to help.
You let me go. This is my room.
Joe. It was just as easy for me as it was for you to lie to me for 20 years.
How did this happen, Julia?
Well, the Republicans were planning their strategy while we were planning ours.
Yeah, but why did Mason agree when he knew you were running for the same office?
He didn't know. Not that that would have stopped him.
So you're running against your own husband. I think that's great.
I'm running because I think that I'm the right person for this job.
Don't you think it might put a little stress on your marriage, Julia?
Not necessarily so. I mean, we have a mature attitude about this. We're both adults. And it's 1992, quite frankly. And a husband and a wife who have a solid marriage shouldn't have to worry about career clashes.
Career clashes? We're talking the Serbs and the Croats here. I mean, come on, why doesn't Mason just step aside and... I mean, we need you in that position. A woman, a Democrat, someone that can undo all the damage that was done by Judge Shorter when he was in office. Even Keith thought he should be impeached.
Well, Gina, we all knew he was unfair, but
Unfair? He wasn't unfair. He was stupid. He removed the word hope from the English language, and she can put hope back in people's lives. I know you can. You're our future, Julia, and I'll do whatever it takes. You have my full support. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go door to door. I'll hand out leaflets. I'll make speeches. Put me in the trenches. I'll be the first one over the top.
Why do you want to do this, Gina? You don't even like me.
Well, it's not so much a personal thing as... Well, it seems like it would be a good idea to have a judge as a friend.
Well, I appreciate your offer, and I thank you for your vote. But as far as working for me, that may cause a problem.
Just exactly what are you saying?
With your track record, you'll bury my campaign before I even get started.
Julia's right if you really want to help campaign for Mason.
Oh, Mother, that's unfair.
Look, Julia, if all you wanted was my vote, you could have called me on the phone and asked for it. I don't need to be insulted. Lionel?
Don't worry, I'm on your side.
Oh, we're off to a really fine start, aren't we?
Well, the shots we got outside would be great for the announcement of the local paper, but for the campaign poster, I think I'd like something more austere.
All right, how about out on the staircase? Maybe you could hold one of your law books.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were being observed.
I swear when I squint, I swear I can see Mason turning into Judge Shorter.
Julia, would you come here for a minute? Please?
What?
Well, I have this wonderful idea for the campaign poster. Smile.
Why don't we take your robe off, use it for tug of war, and that way we'll both have a picture that we can use.
Well, that's not bad, but why risk tearing it since I'm going to wear it?
Well, then why don't you pull it over your head, because that will symbolize blind justice.
I love this lady. Snap away. Ah.
Go. This is your room.
Oh, this is so fabulous.
Yeah? Oh, I haven't been here for some time. Oh, come here. Let me show you why Minx held on to this place. Huh?
I've never seen anything so beautiful.
It's all yours. Anything you want to do. Our objective is to have fun, 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 fun.
I already am. Point me out some of the landmarks.
Okay. You see that pyramid-type building there? Okay, that's the Transamerica building. And those piers down there, that's the Embarcadero. Now, that goes from the Bay Bridge all the way to Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh,
See?
Fisherman's Wharf. That's where I want to go.
Please. We already have a reservation for lunch there.
Oh, my God. That's the Golden Gate Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to go see that closer.
We're going to go to Fort Point, and you can stand underneath it as long as you want.
Well, I want to go across it.
Well, we will. When we go to Sausalito, you got to go across the Golden Gate Bridge. But today, we stay in the city. We got a lot to do here. Listen, I'm gonna put my bag in my room. I'll be back.
I was just gonna call my parents and let them know I was okay.
Oh, really? Well, knowing your parents, they'd probably ask questions like why you're up here, and it's a bad idea, and you'd probably get into a little bit of an argument, and you'd wind up tied in knots inside. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
So, why don't we just keep everything from the past out of our time together? Because this is for us, right? And don't forget that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hey, you make a guy sweat out here. I'm going to Fisherman Wharf. Would you care to join?
Certainly.
Mason, no. I'm not going to let you use me for propaganda.
Oh, come on, Julia, just a couple of shots.
No.
Come on.
No, because it's sending the wrong message. Get your head off now.
Put a cap on it, mister.
What wrong message?
It looks as if I'm supporting you, and that is inappropriate.
I'll do the same thing for you. Okay, would you get that, please? Thank you.
I don't like the image that this is projecting here.
I'll do the same for you, Julia. That's what this election year is all about, family values.
No, that's the smokescreen the Republicans are using because they can't talk about their agenda.
Oh, you mean the Democrats don't care about family values?
No, they certainly don't think they have a monopoly on it.
Mommy, look at me. Daddy hurt?
Let me see you a minute. Where did you get that dress? Where did she get that dress? What is going on here?
If I'm reading it right, I believe we're about to witness Mason's first press conference.
All right, if you will all come together, I believe that's what you'd expect a judge to say. We can start with the lady in front.
Yes. Any comments on Judge Shorter's death?
He will be missed. He was a very durable man and a fine Republican. I hope I'll be able to fill his shoes.
Mr. Capwell, I'm sorry, Judge Capwell.
Thank you.
If you're challenged in November, what platform will you be running on?
What else? Family values. I want the families of Santa Barbara to feel safe in their own homes. I want the children of Santa Barbara to be able to walk and play freely and without fear in their own neighborhoods. Samantha, come to Daddy, sweetheart. This is my daughter, my little Samantha. And this is Julia, my wife, my biggest fan. Darling.
Darling?
See, I have discussed my being a candidate with my family, and I'm very proud to say they're behind me 100%. Oh, funny story. When I asked my Samantha here how she felt about her daddy being a judge, she said, just promise me that you won't be too mean to Mommy and me if we spend too much money shopping. I could eat her up. I could.
Look, Andy, I'm sorry to get you in the middle of this. I'm going to be taking off. But thanks for the ride and a place to sleep.
Wait a minute, look. If you need a friend, take this.
Thanks.
You think you're gonna patch things up with her?
Well, there's nothing really left to patch up, you know, except with BJ. BJ needs the two of us to help her right now.
Yes, has Warren Lockridge come in yet? Well, has he called? It's Jody Walker again. Look, it's very urgent that I speak to him. Could you tell him as soon as he calls in or comes in that I need to talk to him? I'm at the Oasis right now, and I'm on my way to the cabin. He knows the number. I don't want to see you, much less talk to you.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't much feel like looking at you either, but we gotta talk about BJ. She's McCabe's #1 suspect, and she's gonna need our help.
Yeah, I got a glimpse of your concern for BJ. Why don't you go on back upstairs and take care of your little friend up there? I will help BJ the way I know how. It's pretty clear what your feelings are, and I don't need you either.
Judge Capwell. I have time for only one more question. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes, for Mrs. Capwell. Will you be handing out your chocolate chip cookie recipe?
I don't have a recipe. I read off the package. May I, darling?
Of course.
I have an announcement to make. And since my husband was gracious enough to arrange for all of you to be here, I thought I might make it now.
Give it to him, darling.
I'll be running for the judgeship on the Democratic ticket.
Bravo, Julia.
This is an outrage. How could you stoop so low?
Wait. Gina, my divinity, my little dumpling.
Don't ever
Surely
call me that. I am not a little piece of boiling dough.
All right, okay, but you are boiling about something, right?
Well, how do you expect me to feel, Lionel? I go over to Julia's with the best of intentions, and I get ambushed.
Well, Julia certainly has some concerns about, shall we say, your past relationships with certain people in this town.
Well, I'm a Lockridge now.
Yes, you are. And with that comes a certain amount of respectability. But it does not produce amnesia in the people who know about your past. Macy's gonna get over this, don't worry.
Not in this lifetime, she won't.
Yes, she will, trust me. And Julia will, too. She just... If she doesn't want you out beating the bushes, I don't know, maybe you could stay home and lick envelopes or put out mailers. Do something to, I don't know, to convince her that you're in her corner, huh?
I think I'll vote for Mason. That'll make everybody real sorry Judge Shorter died. Speaking of which, have you spoken to Camellia Shorter since her father passed on?
Camilla? No, but she did send me some flowers yesterday.
What, is she such a ditz that she doesn't realize that she should be receiving flowers, not sending them?
Well, it was just a gesture of appreciation. Friendship?
She probably stole them from the funeral home.
Well, at least she had the good grace to take off the sympathy card. Listen, it's the thought that counts, isn't it? Speaking of death, how's your old buddy Staplebum?
Stapleton. He called me from the Polo Club this morning.
Polo. Tell him to take it easy. You know, those chuckers, you can... one too many and they're...
Well, it just so happens he works out for 45 minutes every day and then walks 10 miles.
Yeah, probably the nearest he ever gets to heavy breathing.
Well, I may soon find out.
What does that mean?
Well, he's invited me to go with him to a party. Just not sure I want to take 9 days away from Gina Jean's.
Party? What kind of party? Last 9 days?
Oh, well, it's in Monte Carlo. Actually, it's off the coast of Monte Carlo on a Greek yacht.
What the hell's the matter with you driving that way? You could have killed yourself.
I'm so glad you're so concerned. But I thought you were dead last night when you didn't come home, and now I wish you were.
I told you not to expect me.
What I didn't expect was to see you in bed with another woman.
Oh, come on! I got drunk, and according to her, I didn't even do anything. I passed out.
Is it before or after you saw fit to take off your wedding ring?
I must have lost it. Look, I'm sorry you saw us that way, but...
But what? I deserved it? That I caused it? And what would have happened, Reese, if you hadn't passed out?
I don't know! I honestly don't know. But even if I had gotten together with her, would one night be any worse than 20 years of lying? I know! You tried to explain it. How do I hear it? Damn you, Jody! Do you know that you finally finished me off? You stripped away all the trust I had. I don't think I'll ever get this feeling back. Don't! Don't you dare. You can't help this time, because you're the one who put it there.
Can I stoop so low?
Yes.
You dragged me up there in front of the press and referred to me as the little missus, the little wife, the little woman, and then you out and out lied. You said I could bake.
I didn't lie, Julia. I just didn't say they were inedible. And before you start knocking chocolate chip cookies, may I remind you of Debbie Fields, one of the most successful business persons in America.
Well, take a look. You're looking at one of the most successful judges in America.
I think you have things under control, so I'm going to run. I have to call an emergency meeting of the Women's Democratic Club.
Thank you, Minx, and I will speak to you tomorrow.
We're going to win, Julia.
Of course we will. Sweetheart, why don't you run upstairs and take that costume off? Thank you.
Can I have a chocolate chip cookie?
Maybe later. I don't like it when you use our daughter. Promise me you won't be mean to me and Mommy if we spend too much money shopping. That was revolting. And I heard you ask her how she'd feel if Daddy became judge. Too bad she didn't know what a judge was.
Okay, so I pumped up the story a little bit. But do you want to talk about cheap, Julia? You used my press conference for your own advantage. Whoa, pretty low. I thought this was going to be a fair, honest campaign. We were going to support each other, and may the best man win.
Woman. May the best woman win. George, I don't know how much he's paying you to take pictures of him, but I will pay you double so you get a nice, clean shot of the next judge.
Wait a minute. That rag merchant has invited you on a cruise? On a Greek yacht? What does he know about Greek yachts? He's from Cleveland.
All I know is the ship sails in a couple of weeks. And you know how I like to travel in style.
Well, what kind of open marriage is this? I mean, shacking up with some guy on a cruise for 9 days, that isn't an open marriage. That's abandonment. That is marriage mutiny. Who am I to talk? Go ahead. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a way that we can be even, can't we?
What do you mean even?
Camilla and her father have a place called Moustique.
Oh, it's that a privately owned island. Doesn't Princess Margaret have a place there?
I believe she does, yes.
How could Judge Shorter possibly afford a home in Moustique?
Well, it's all Camilla's now, isn't it? And she was going there and felt that she could use a little company, and it's very romantic.
Are you going to go?
There's nothing stopping me, is it? What about you?
Well, I guess I'm off to Monte Carlo.
I didn't do anything with her, and I don't want you touching me.
You hate me that much?
I don't know. Right now, everything is still buried by this pain. You didn't think that I could handle the truth? That somehow a lie was better?
We were young, Reese. Could you have handled it then? Or a year later? Or 5 years later?
I don't know. All I know is every year that drifted by, the consequences got bigger and bigger until it covered the entire 20 years. Every single second that my little girl's been breathing. How could you do that to me? How could you do that to BJ?
BJ. It won't make any difference to her, Reese. She'll understand.
Are you out of your mind? We're not gonna tell her. When McCabe comes for her, and he will, he's gonna charge her with murder. And so help me God, if you cause her any more harm by telling her about Cruz, I'll kill you myself.
Those are strong words. So, I guess it is over for us then, isn't it?
You know, maybe this is gonna be a new beginning for both of us. Maybe Santa Barbara's just what we need, you know?
All I know is that from the moment I met you, I've never loved anyone else. The whole time I was locked up in that slaughterhouse, all I could think about was that I was going to die and that you'd never know how much I love you. You do know that now, don't you, Reese?
It's only you on our wedding night, Reese. It's always been you. Only you.
It's already going to your head, Julia. First it was DA, now the judgeship. Next you're going to want Sandra Day O'Connor's seat.
Oh, let's leave her where she is. I'll take Clarence Thomas's seat.
You've taken enough pictures of her to get her elected president. All right, George, thank you very much. You can go home.
All right. Well, I'll give you a call when the proofs are ready, okay? And good luck to the both of you.
Thank you. That's fairly impossible, isn't it? Well, they've all gone. It's just you and me. Julia, what the hell are we doing?
We're both running for the same thing, and only one of us is going to get it.
But while we're out there chasing common good, I don't want to lose what we have. I love you.
I love you, too.
What about our plans to have a baby?
Nothing's going to change.
Good. Because this election will pass. Life will go on. I want you with me.
I'm always going to be with you, Mason. No matter what. So?
Just so you know, I'll do everything humanly possible to help BJ, just like I did with Sawyer. But I'm afraid this time McCabe's got the right suspect. It breaks my heart to admit it, but I think BJ killed Frank.
Our poor little baby.
We'll do everything we can. We'll give her all the help she needs. We just can't do it together.
How will I live without you?
I guess you'll just have to do the same thing that I'm gonna do. Work on it.
Dress I want to get you. Pick a coin, any coin. We got silver, we got copper. Take your pick. Of course, she takes silver. She has expensive taste. Now turn your back to the fountain. Think of a guy, any guy. Me. Oh. Now think of that guy and think what you want to have happen. Make your wish and throw it over your shoulder. Good girl, I tell you, that's the way to do it. You're an experienced kind of girl. You only can throw one coin, because if you throw more than one, your wish will come true too soon. Taxi!